Have you filled out your 2020 US Census? If not, you are running out of time.
The deadline to complete the survey is at the end of this month. News4JAX consumer investigator Lauren Verno explains what happens if states fall short with participation.
If you haven't filled out the US Census yet because you think your answers will make that big of a difference, that's like saying $10,000 to an early learning center won't make that big of a difference. And that's because for every person counted in the census, that's an extra $10,000 that goes back right into your community, like fixing roads and fixing playgrounds in your neighborhood. So where does your community stand?
When it comes to how many people filled out the survey on their own, St. John's leads the pack with 71.6% of self-responses. Clay with 69.3, Duval with 66.7, and Nassau with 62.5. But when you add in the results of census workers going door to door, the total percentage of people in Florida who have responded is nearly 90%.
What happens if we don't reach 100%?
Oh, there's no such thing. We will reach 100%.
Marilyn Stevens with the U.S. Census Bureau says this is not just any survey. By law, the Bureau is required to get a 100% response.
And you've probably had many of your listeners say, they keep coming back to my home, because when people don't cooperate with the enumerator, we continue to go back to that home.
And if you don't respond online, by phone, or in person,
after we make so many attempts to reach you directly, then we're going to go and ask your neighbor or a building manager.
While it may seem a bit over excessive, this 10-minute survey will decide where $1.5 trillion will go for 316 federal programs over the next decade. And the communities with the most responses get the most money. Lauren Verno, Channel 4, the local station.
If you still need to respond to the census, you can do so tomorrow at the Jacksonville Main Library downtown. From 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., you'll be able to fill out the survey at the Grand Reading Room in the library's 4th floor.